Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Mary and I would like to take you through a short chair yoga practice that you can do at home or if you're on vacation. Now, we'll do it both seated and standing. You are welcome to stay seated the entire time. I will give modifications so you follow the path that speaks to you today. Let's start by softening the gaze. Eventually, you'll be closing the eyes completely. Rest the hands comfortably on the legs, palms up, open to grace, palms down, calming. So what is it that you need from your practice this morning? My intention for you today is grace. Begin to scan the body, the mind, and the heart. Just noticing what's going on this morning. Don't use any self-judgment, no self-criticism. Remind yourself you'll move through your practice with grace. From your mindful breath, transition to that deep belly breath. So take those deep inhales. Let the belly expand out in front of you like a balloon. On the exhale, pull that belly button back towards your spine. Get rid of all that stale air, stale energy, and anything not serving you today. If the mind does wander, just bring it back to the breath. In yoga, we inhale and exhale through the nose. Of course, if you're feeling stuffy, be sure to open up the mouth and breathe. Take one more deep inhale and exhale, and then return to your regular breathing. Your regular breathing is what your respiratory system does for you all day long without you even thinking about it. Begin to slowly open the eyes. Adjust to the light of the room, so you might need to just gaze down for a breath or two, or maybe flutter the eyelids until the eyes get used to the light in the room that you're in. Make sure you are comfortable in your chair, so you can either sit forward a little bit. You will have to make sure the core is engaged to hold you upright and to support that back, or you can lean back in the chair. On the inhale, lift the arms. Touch your palms at the top and bring the hands down to the heart center. Sweep the arms out and up, touch palms at the top once again, and then bring those hands down to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. So press your palms into each other, press all the knuckles of your hands into each other, and now soften the shoulders. By doing this, you're getting a nice stretch into the wrist and into the forearm. On the inhale, lift the hands up through the midline. On the exhale, sweep them out and down, dropping chin to chest. Fingertips reaching towards the floor, just encouraging those shoulders down from the ears. Flip your palms up. Inhale, arms and eyes up, touching palms at the top. You could stretch the eyes and look up. Bring those hands back down to the heart in Anjali Mudra. Again, press palms and knuckles into each other. And now soften the shoulders. One more time, inhale the hands up through the midline. Exhale, float the arms down, drop chin to chest, fingertips reaching towards the earth. Get the shoulders out of the ears. And now if you would just inhale and lift your head back up to center, exhaling right ear to right shoulder. You're focusing on the left side of the neck, shoulder. You might feel this in the upper chest, right around that collarbone. Maybe you'll feel it in the back. Inhale, lift your head back up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. I have you reaching down to the floor so that you're not pulling the shoulder up to the ear. Inhale your head back up to center. Exhale, chin to chest. Turn your palms up. Inhale, arms and eyes up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Now, you can continue to stay seated in your chair, or you can come to a standing position. A folding chair works really nice There's that extra bar that comes from the back to the seat. It's just another area to grip. I'm just going to turn my chair this way so you can see me. It is important, if you are on a slippery surface, to have that chair completely on your mat so that it doesn't slide away from you. Now, if you're an experienced yoga person and you have a block and a strap, I would recommend that you have that handy too, just in case you need to grab that at any time. 2 blocks, even better. You can place a hand on each block. Make sure you're far enough away from your chair so when you come over into your forward fold, you don't hit your head, but yet close enough that you can grab onto it. So we are going to start here in mountain. I'm just going to turn and face you so that you can see the feet are rooted firmly into the earth. And then you engage the ankles, engage the kneecaps so that you can feel those quadriceps working. Palms are facing out, so thumb up. Tighten up your Mula Bandha, the muscles you use for the bathroom. Tighten up your Uddiyana Bandha, that's that diamond-shaped core. So Uddiyana Bandha over Mula Bandha, over ankles. And now pull those shoulder blades back and down. Think about a little tuck of the chin towards the throat so that the crown of the head is reaching up to the sky. Get a drishti or a focal point, so something in front of you that's not moving. It can be on the wall or on the floor. On the inhale, we're going to lift the arms, saluting the sun at the top, so you could lift the gaze if you want, and then exhale and fold forward. So this is where, if you need to, you can grab onto that chair. You can stop at a flat back. So if you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure, or glaucoma, please don't go any farther than flat. Don't drop the head lower than the heart. So you could either hold onto your chair here, you could bring hands to thighs, hands to shins. Again, this is where the block works really well to bring the floor up to you. Or you could even bring your hands to that bar that runs across the back legs of the chair. If you're able to bring fingertips down towards the floor, great, but again, no worries if you cannot. Then we'll inhale, look up, come to a flat back. So you should be looking down at the floor. You're reaching the crown or the back part of your head forward. We come to a flat back so that we can pull our bellies in, and then exhale perhaps a little bit deeper into your forward fold. And again, maybe that's not happening today, that's okay. Inhale, look up. This first time through, we're going to bend our knees and roll on up, reminding you if you're protecting your back, that's how you're going to come up. Sweep the arms out and up. Touch palms at the top. If you're protecting your back, you're going to bring your hands down to your heart, bend your knees, and find your forward fold. So remember again, hands to thighs, shin, block, chair, maybe fingertips are touching the floor. Inhale, look up, half lift. You can transition those hands back up to the thighs if they're not there already. And then exhale back down to your forward fold. Inhale, look up. This time we'll reverse swan dive. So you're going to sweep those arms out and up, or you're going to bend your knees and roll on up if you're protecting the back, bringing the hands down to the heart. Inhale your hands up through the midline. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Again, bend the knees and roll on down to protect the back. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, look up, reverse swan dive. Come on up or bend your knees, salute the sun. Let's go down one more time. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, look up, reverse swan dive. Come on up. Just bringing those hands down to the heart center. Now we're going to be stepping back into our lunge, so I want to give you the opportunity, if you need to hold on, that you transition to that chair. So if you are going to hold on to that chair, please come to the right side of your chair so that you can hold on with that left hand. You are welcome to stay behind the chair and hold on with both hands. Hold holding on with that left hand, you're going to step your right foot back to lunge. So ideally, you'd like to be on the ball of that back foot. You can always flatten that back foot out for stability. You would like the feet to be hip width apart, but again, if balance is off, just think about taking that back foot out wider. It just creates a bigger base. So taking a giant step back with that right foot, right arm reaches up, left knee bends. Now, how far you bend that left knee depends on you. If you're having knee issues, you are welcome to leave that knee straight. If you are confident in your balance and you feel like you can release that left hand, release that left hand and move into your lunge. Even with holding on with that left hand, you're still going to get a nice stretch right into that right hip flexor. Now we're going to be stepping that right foot up to meet the left. So again, if you need to hold on, grab on with that left hand and step that right foot up to join the left. Releasing that right hand down, great big shoulder rolls back, and then great big shoulder rolls forward. Switching to the other side. So now you'll be holding on with the right hand. Your right hip will be against that chair. You'll step that left foot back. Big step back. You're either on the ball of the left foot or you flatten that left foot out for more stability. Bending that right knee, inhale and lift that left arm. So right away you should feel a nice stretch into that left hip flexor. You're welcome to hold on with the right. You can always lift both arms. Don't forget, if this is not stable for you, you can always hold on with both hands. You'll still get that nice stretch into that left hip flexor, even though you're holding on with both hands. Make sure that that right knee is above that right ankle or slightly behind. You don't want that knee to go forward. It has no stability. Stepping that left foot up to join the right, releasing that left hand down. Come back over to the other side. Once again, if you have to hold on with that left hand or both hands. Step that right foot back, right arm lifts, left knee bends. If you would like to come over into a lateral side bend, you can bring both hands up into Yogi Mudra, steeple fingers. If that makes you feel unsteady, keep holding on with that left hand, lift up out of that right waist, and come on over to the left. That'll deepen that stretch into that right hip flexor. If it's too much, just stay center. On the inhale, coming back up to center, stepping that right foot up to join the left, and this time we're going to add a forward fold. If you feel like you need to hold on, step behind that chair, bring both arms up, and then we'll exhale and fold forward. And again, you have that opportunity to grab onto your chair as you forward fold, or maybe you're getting a little bit warmer. You can bring hands to thighs, maybe hands to shins. Again, you can use that block to bring the floor up to you. Maybe fingertips are touching the floor. You can drop the crown of the head if you want. You can also grab the elbows, framing the head with the arms. This position does take you deeper into your forward fold. If it's too much in those hamstrings, that's the big muscle in the back of the upper leg, then just put a bigger bend in your knees. If you do have hold of your elbows, go ahead and release them. Move back into your forward fold. So hands to chair, thighs, shin, block or floor. Inhale, look up. We'll reverse swan dive or bend the knees and roll on up. Bringing those hands down to the heart center and then moving on to the other side. So holding on with that right hand, right hip is alongside that chair, stepping that left foot back, great big step back as you lift that left arm and bend that right knee. Again, you're welcome to hold on here while you do your lateral side bend. If you're feeling like your balance is good, you can bring those hands into Yogi Mudra, steeple fingers. Lifting up out of that left waist, come on over to the right. And again, if you need to hold on, you hold on here, and you just reach out of that left waist. Don't bring shoulder to ear. Inhale, come back up to center. Your left foot steps up to join the right. Bringing both arms up. Exhaling, hands down to the heart. Now, if you were seated in your chair, you would just simply move from one side of the chair to the next. So your lunge would just look like this with that right leg behind. And then the left one forward, and then the opposite when you go to the other side. Let's go ahead and bring our right arm out in front. Left elbow stacks on top. Bending those elbows, you can stay here with an X. Maybe you can touch backs of hands or touch palms. Bring the elbows up, so elbows towards shoulder height if you can, and then reach those hands away. Make sure the core is engaged, so pull that belly button back, tuck that tail down, and you should be getting a nice stretch all across that upper back. Unwind the arms, sweep them out and up, touch palms at the top, bringing those hands down to the heart. Straighten that left arm out in front, stack your right elbow on top of your left, bending the elbows. Again, you are welcome to stay right here. You can touch backs of the hands or palms. Lift those elbows up to shoulder height and reach the hands away to deepen the stretch. Make sure you're pulling your belly button back towards your spine and then down slightly towards that tailbone. Breathe into the back of the heart, back of the lungs, back of the ribs. Unwind the arms, sweeping them out and up. Touch palms at the top and bring those hands down to the heart. Let's have a seat in our chair. Make sure you're sitting comfortably in your chair. We'll do a couple more shoulder rolls, one more stretch, and then we'll move into our Shavasana. So releasing those hands, great big shoulder rolls back, and then reverse, great big shoulder rolls forward. Bringing that right arm out in front, go ahead and grab those right fingertips. Pull those fingers down, get a nice stretch once again into the wrist and the forearm. And then we'll flip that hand over, fingertips down, top of the hand facing away from you. Just gently pull those fingertips towards you, and now you'll get a nice stretch in the top of the wrist and the top of the forearm. Bring that left arm out in front, so you're going to start with that palm up, and then you're going to gently draw those left fingertips down. Notice any differences between right and left side now. One side might be tighter. And then you're going to flip that hand over, fingertips down. Just gently draw the fingertips towards you, stretching the top of the wrist and the forearm. Making a fist with both hands. Go ahead and draw some circles with those fists. It doesn't matter which way you go, we're going to reverse them shortly. And then reverse. And then finding a comfortable place for the hands. Again, palms down, calming, palms up, open to grace. You are welcome to take a hand mudra, so thumb to index finger for wisdom, thumb to middle finger for patience, thumb to ring finger for energy, and thumb to pinky for communication. Begin to soften your gaze once again, closing the eyes completely. Either sitting all the way back in your chair, letting your chair support you, or you can sit forward, shoulders over hips. In either position, make sure your core is engaged, so draw that belly button back towards your spine, and then down slightly towards that tailbone. Little tuck of the chin towards the throat so the crown is reaching up to the sky. Soften the shoulders down. Think about bringing those shoulder blades down towards the waist. We hold ourselves in that tension position, always drawing those shoulders up. It's time to let them release down. As you're sitting here in your Shavasana, breathe in that grace. Grace was my intention for you. Grace of the physical body, whatever that means for you today. Grace of the heart or spirit. Grace in the mind. So no self-judgment, no self-criticism. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into the space of the room that you are in. Feel your chair underneath you, giving you support. And then bringing our hands to our heart center in that prayer position. Grateful for this time that we had together with each other. Grateful for whatever our bodies were allowing us to do today. Every day is always different. Grateful for this day that we have before us. Have a wonderful day until you are able to join me again. Namaste.